Hello, welcome back to Sports Talk. Chris Ballantyne, joined by Hugh Headley. Hugh, let's get into it. Big weekend in football. Let's start off with the NFL. A big day in Buffalo, Ralph Wilson Stadium. The Buffalo Bills do the improbable. Now, last week, if you remember, I said the Buffalo Bills will make this a close game. I didn't think they were going to win it necessarily, but I thought it was going to be close. They ended up winning it, and they actually set an NFL record for the first time ever in back-to-back weeks, down 18 points and coming back and winning both games. Your thoughts on the game?
Well, I predicted that Buffalo would win this game by 2 touchdowns. Okay.
Do I have to pull up the clip again?
Maybe not. You know what? Yeah, I did not see this coming. They came back, and I don't know. Maybe they're the comeback kids, the cardiac kids, whatever you want to call them. It's real early in the season before anybody starts signing up for the parade in downtown Buffalo. Not that anybody would show, but it's a little early for that. Again, Buffalo is having a good year so far, but I think that Brady having 4 picks in one game is unheard of, and yeah, who knew?
Well, and I think full props. Ryan Fitzpatrick, I said he's becoming a great quarterback, and he's really starting to play that way. He is a free agent, and it looks like Buffalo will be signing him again. Chan Gailey there loves Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Chan Gailey has done wonderful things with this Buffalo Bills team. This was a team that nobody gave a lot of props to. I thought they were going to finish third just because the Dolphins are that bad. It looks like they might even be fighting for second. I don't know if they can win the division yet because, like you said, it's still early.
It's hard to say.
Hard to say. Let's stay in the AFC. Let's stay in the AFC East with the Jets and Oakland. Oakland takes it to the Jets here. We both kind of saw this one coming. There's something about the Jets. They're not playing Rex Ryan football, in my opinion. They're not playing that tough football. On the flip side, Oakland is. Yeah,
it's a great segue from the Bills and Pats to the Jets. And the Jets, you know what? I'm really not. I saw a lot of the game. I didn't see all of it. What I'm going to say is the Jets really they didn't look. They weren't firing on all cylinders. They had a lot of opportunities to actually blow this game out, and they just couldn't do it early, and the game was tied at 17.5. And I got to tell you, you know what? The Raiders found a way to win, and that's one of the things that Raiders are doing. And here's the thing. The Raiders are doing that without 2 of their starting receivers, at least 2.
Yep. But McFadden goes for 171. That doesn't. McFadden's playing like the running back the Raiders thought they drafted a couple years ago.
Yeah, he's playing like probably one of the best in the league right now.
Absolutely. So let's go back. Let's go out to the NFC now. Let's go with Philadelphia and the Giants. One of the things that we preface the season with is that if Mike Vick goes down, the Eagles could be in trouble.
Big trouble.
I didn't think he could last 16 games. So far, he's missed parts of 2 games. Eagles are sitting at 1-2. This game, the Eagles had a chance until Vick broke his right hand.
Yeah, one of the things that I've noticed in this league is there's a definite protection of the quarterbacks going on. And I watched in the Raiders game, one of these times I think Jason Campbell got pushed. Right? Yeah, I mean, he got pushed. The guy went in, he had thrown the ball, and all of a sudden the guy pushed Jason Campbell. Flag went up, and the coach, Rex Ryan, was like, "What was that? Are you guys serious?" Yep. Total opposite from Mike Vick. Mike Vick gets hit quite a bit. Sometimes late, sometimes with the head. It really doesn't seem to matter as long as it's within the boundaries of, oh my goodness, I can't believe they let that pass. I'm not saying that he's getting hit more than other quarterbacks, but yes.
I think I'll play devil's advocate here. Vick does put himself in the position to get hit a lot
outside
more.
The pocket, yes.
He gets hit a lot more than other teams. I mean, you go back to that game against Atlanta, he hit his head against his own teammate. That was just bad luck, So that's where I just look at it. I don't know. Does he miss any time with his broken right hand? Have they said yet?
I haven't said yet, but I would think so, just because you got to wear a cast, and I don't know if they have a cast that could fit, be able to hold the ball properly. So
let me ask you this: should the Eagles have kept Kevin Kolb? Yes, I know they did well getting a return, but now if he doesn't play, Vince Young is hurt. They've got a rookie quarterback starting. You still think they should have traded Kolb, eh?
Kevin Kolb didn't want to stay.
Yeah,
that was he said he wanted to either start or be traded. And that you can't keep a guy like that.
Well, let's stick with Kevin Kolb here. Arizona, Seattle. Arizona comes up short versus the Seattle Seahawks. I'm a little bit surprised by this. Kolb did have a good day. He went for 252. But I mean, there's just something about the NFC West that nobody ever seems to want to take control and win that. You look at what St. Louis did against Baltimore, they got blown out. You look at this game here, like San Francisco, who I thought was the worst team in the division, might be the favorite now.
Yeah, exactly. I don't actually no. I never thought San Francisco was the worst team in the division. The worst team in the division I thought was the Seattle Seahawks, and somehow, some way, they threw up a miracle and won this game. And the Seahawks are bad.
I mean, Tavares Jackson goes for 171. Like, that's terrible. That's not very.
It's awful.
I don't understand it, but you know, Seattle and Arizona are both 1 and 2.
It's the NFC West.
It is the NFC West.
One
last one here, Hugh, just quickly. Pittsburgh, Indianapolis. Indy makes this one close, but the big news comes out Monday. Jim Irsay makes an announcement just to kind of say Peyton Manning is done for the year. There's another report that came out that said he might be back in December. I think it's time to just say Manning is done for the year, and I don't want to say you tank the season, but Andrew Luck being a backup next year for Peyton Manning, that might be a good transition.
Yeah, it might be a good transition. Here's the thing. Peyton Manning is done for the year. He may be done for a career.
Whew, that's a scary thought. Let's move on to Major League Baseball. There's 2 wild card races we have to just talk about here, Hugh. The Boston Red Sox have squandered a 10.5 game lead against the Tampa Bay Rays, and I guess the LA Angels are still there. They're 3 back, but they need a lot of help. Tampa Bay's 1 back. The NL, Atlanta's 1 up on the St. Louis Cardinals. The same thing, they were up 10 games. This has never, ever happened. When a team's up 10 games at the start of September, they always make the playoffs. Now we're down to the last 3 games. Can Boston or Atlanta stay in the wild card?
It's really funny. About a month ago, we were saying that there was no races, and now all of a sudden, we got 2 races here. Yeah, can Atlanta or Boston win? No. Mm-hmm. No. Even if they make it, even if they stumble into the playoffs, they're going to lose. They are drenched in failure right now. It's unbelievable how much outs and bad plays you see from both teams. You know, I think, yeah, St. Louis and Tampa Bay are in.
Yeah, is that right? Eh? I think Boston makes it.
Really?
There's something about it. Atlanta's done. I think St. Louis makes it. Pujols makes one last run, and then he leaves the Cardinals. But that's another story for another day. So it's going to be a fun last 3 days here in the Major League season. Quickly, let's go to Beef of the Week. Hugh, I'm going to start off. We were just talking about a quarterback. I want to start off with David Garrard. Why has nobody signed this guy? He was an NFL starter for the last 5 seasons, and he was cut just unexpectedly by the Jacksonville Jaguars, and now he's unemployed still. I thought he'd be back. Why is he not playing for Indianapolis? Kerry Collins is not the answer. My beef, the NFL, and not signing David Garrard.
Maybe they really want luck.
Clever. That's clever. Wow, that's settled. Is that a good joke? Yes, nice.
Yeah. Well, my only beef is actually with people who are complaining about Brendan Shanahan's explanation of suspensions in the NHL. Now, this is something new. He's been sending video messages, I guess, with his suspension. This guy got suspended because of this, and this. Nothing wrong with that. It lets everybody know exactly where his head's at. I think it's a good thing. At least people understand why so-and-so is getting suspended, like Jody Shelley's hit. I understand why he got 10 games, and you know what? I like that he's coming down hard. So my beef is leave him alone. Brendan's doing a great job.
That's it for Sports Talk. That's a wonderful way to end it.